Derival, who played a role in the goal, but he's given it away. And here's Anthony Gordon, and doesn't that just sum Tottenham up? They've been in front for 2 minutes. To Tonali, Murphy. And Murphy across, and it's gone in. Dragashin had a part of it. Isak may have got a touch as well.
Floated forward by Dubravka. Plenty tried to get on the end of it. Isak does! And Isak scores! Murphy finds Isak. Isak finds the shot! And Anthony Gordon follows in! That's big! That is big in the context.
Great ball.
Attack is still ongoing. Lewis Miley. Oh, wow! Lewis Miley, what a hit from outside the area. And Newcastle have responded. Against the goalkeeper, Grant Smith. Scores! And Gordon, who had a penalty saved at Everton in the play. Get them away quickly. Osula sprinting after this one on the right wing. Only Gordon in the box. Now Bruno there as well. William Osula onto his left. Goes for it! And that is a brilliant goal! William Osula, his first in black and white.
Not the give and go he planned, but it worked. And it's in! Of course it is! He is having the time. Guimaraes. All through to Isak. In. 2 for Newcastle. 2 for their man of the moment.
It's come from a Newcastle.
Here's Joelinton. Isak on the charge. Matt Doherty made sure he got himself in the way. And there's Gordon! When Isak isn't scoring them, he's...
Good delivery as well. 1-1. Bruno Guimaraes. It's all about the quality of the corner. But Guimaraes finding himself.
VAR overturned. The penalty from Isak is into the bottom corner. He sent the keeper the wrong way and stroked it home. Challenge won by Burn fairly on halfway. Jacob Murphy away and into space. And now for Isak. What a touch. Isak is in and scores. Oh, he is unstoppable. Alexander Isak found by Jacob Murphy. Long pass up the pitch. Isak then to Tonali. Good header. Gordon. Tonali's in one-on-one. Sandro Tonali against McCarthy. Yes! Sandro Tonali finishes into the bottom corner. They went up to Isak, back to Tonali, then played through for the Italian, who carried his...
Burn up to Gordon, who leaves Castagna trailing. Anthony Gordon, full of purpose, always. Murphy!
And on we go, Arsenal missing a big chance. And he might be in again here. Oh, off the post! But on the follow-up is Murphy!
They often see...
All right, giving it away! And that should be the day for Newcastle United!
Chipped into the box at the back, it's Osula. Willock tried to turn it in. Second attempt is high. First attempt was incredible. Livramento. Willock's there again. Wilson goes to try to score, and he has got the ball in. There's Longstaff, it was blocked, and now it's in! Brilliantly finished by Joe Willock. He might have finished the cup tie.
Again. It's a low one. It's Lewis Miley! Is Isak. Oh, lovely flip by him. Lewis Hall now. Newcastle come again. And Murphy! Two quick-fire goals for Isak against Sells. Oh, and it's just about goes in. How lucky was that? for Alexander Isak. Here they come again. Newcastle in full flow. Willock for Isak. Oh, and Isak scores again!
It's Isak. Scores. Newcastle 1, Brighton 0.
Emphatic.
Shot blocked. Barnes again, and it's tucked in. Bruno Guimaraes reaching for it. We have a goal.
Newcastle's corner. Driven in, swerving away to Burn. It's a good header, it's in! Dan Burn puts Newcastle in front. There's a test. It's Isak, and here's a goal. They won't rule that one out. Alexander Isak is over. This first half, Jacob Murphy's cross, and he's got it this time. If at first you don't succeed, try. Barnes, Tonali. Oh! How did that happen? Extraordinary.
Of course, of this parish. Livramento's got in and tucked in by Murphy. So the first Newcastle attack and Leicester are breached. It is the story. He lost 4-0 at St James's Park. Here's Fabian Schär. It's a wonderful try. That's off the bar, but it comes out for Murphy on the follow-up. Well, he gets the goal, but Schär should get the glory, really. It would have been a moment in... out of the game, but Isak takes them on. Backed up by Joe Linton, who can line up a shot here, and it's pushed out, and they get three, and we do see what Harvey Barnes does when he scores against his old club.
Opponents were put under pressure there. This is Isak. This is Tonali! Sandro Tonali gives Livramento. He's just glided past Dallo there, and this is Murphy. Must be Harvey Barnes. What a start to the second half for Newcastle. Oh, slip. Great pressure again by Harvey Barnes. It was Mazraoui who slipped. Barnes is there! 2 goals in the second half. The bow and arrow celebration as Newcastle United. We understand that Newcastle are about to take off Isak. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. Good night and good luck. Manchester United aren't coming back from this now as Bruno Guimaraes.
Trippier. Murphy. Oh, what a finish! What about it from Jacob Murphy? It's over Newcastle. On towards Barnes. Isak was square. He deflects in. It's 2-0. Barnes wants it. Barnes gets it. Harvey Barnes. First half stoppage time. Going for number 3. What a first half this is! Here just touches that for Murphy. Whipped in with a lovely ball. It's 4-0. Fabian Schär this time. All given away there by the Croix. It's Isak. He had his goal now.
Harvey Barnes is a smashing ball, and Schär has crept round the back to snatch a magpie equaliser.
Up he steps, and he slots it away! Another goal! So looking to keep their foot on the pedal here. Trippier hangs one up, Palmer's missed it, and it's headed in by Dan Burn. His first Premier League goal of the season. Trippier's ball in, and the header towards goal is a brilliant one. And it's one which gives Newcastle a 3-goal lead. And a great...
That stat has been erased. And Newcastle will potentially feel...
But ravenous hunger on show from Tonali to win that ball back. And there's Murphy. Guimaraes, Tonali! 3-1! Newcastle 1, Brighton 0.
Newcastle 1, Brighton 0.
Burn manipulating that ball really well. This is Bruno Guimaraes. Deflected in! Undoubted joy!
The scorer of Liverpool's first goal, Gravenberch. Bruno Guimaraes! Hope rekindled for Newcastle. Never happened to you, though. Osula in behind! Newcastle have a striker who can score!
Murphy. That's inviting!
And to Union Saint-Gilloise, Benfica, Athletic Club and PSV heading to St James's Park as Jacob Murphy sent it across and they're on the board. And it might just be an interesting finish to the match after all.
Miley, Bruno Guimaraes, and Anthony Gordon. Joelinton reacts wonderfully when it came his way, and he more than made in December his previous goal. They could be in again. Here they are, and Osula doubles the lead just like that. Two quick-fire goals for Newcastle United. It's a good ball for Bruno Guimaraes, neatly into his path. Options now as he brings it under his spell and finds Joelinton, picks the pass. Joelinton finds the finish and surely wraps up the game with his second and Newcastle's third. Barnes again, and Osula arriving to touch it in on the line. Newcastle turning on the style at the finish.
Tonali. And the header by Nick Woltemade. The new St James's Park hero.
To which he eventually played. Here's Alanga. It's a dangerous cross, looking for Woltemade, and it's in. Tonali. Keeper won't be happy. Newcastle ahead after 16 minutes. Neatly dispatched. Union Saint-Gilloise 0, Newcastle 2. To the delight of two penalties for Anthony Gordon the same way. Two goals. And they get away from this position here. Osula stabs it back. Barnes to finish it off, and does so. It's a fourth for Newcastle United. He played a role right at the start of the...
Defender Savona can get it away. Newcastle win it back strongly. Here's Dan Burn motoring forward. Bruno Guimaraes! Spectacular! Finally the breakthrough. It's Woltemade against Sal's. As cool as you like.
Murphy. Guimaraes, clever ball to find Miley. Woltemade! Oh, what a goal that is! Nick Woltemade with the deftest of touch. To start now. It's Bruno Guimaraes, looks for Murphy. Oh, it's Gordon! What a beautifully constructed... He's looking to bowl that straight through, and he has. It's Barnes. He'll have to do it alone, and he does! Oh, what a goal! It's absolutely majestic!
Look at that from Woltemade and Gordon, and now Barnes, it deserves a goal, it gets a goal!
Slot the passes into Smith Rowe for Fulham.
Bassey and Bother. It's Murphy! And that is wonderfully placed! And having... And Osula now. Fulham outnumbered. It's all about making the right decision here. Osula! Saved by Leno! But fired in by Bruno Guimaraes! And then it comes from Tonali. Fabio! Newcastle, Porro has
has only temporarily held them up. There's Woltemade! And there, ladies and gentlemen, is Woltemade! The giant German heads a second.
A moment of inspiration that lifts the West Ham United supporters, but Newcastle straight down the other end on the front foot and scoring with Murphy. And that is West Ham's season in microcosm. Hit the post at one end, concede seconds later.
That's a good-looking ball in. Dan Burn! With a majestic header to put the Magpies ahead. Away by Vivian. Works the space, Barnes. Joelinton! Newcastle have their second.
Woltemade trying to get in there. Good break Barnes' way, but he's got to turn. Does that beautifully. It's Barnes. It is brilliant. Magnificent play from Harvey Barnes.
Guimaraes. Oh, that's a beautifully slipped ball. Guimaraes. Oh, fabulous strike! Harvey Barnes, bottom corner! Now Jacob Murphy and Woltemade against the crossbar and in! Barnes again!
This is Sandro Tonali sending it in to Anthony Gordon. Harvey Barnes, 1-0 Newcastle. And Harvey Barnes just cannot stop.
Two, Pickford has often saved his best for this fixture. He's beaten now though, and Newcastle do have a lead inside the first minute of the game. Into Livramento, slipped in for Barnes, belted by Livramento, came back to Miley, who slams Newcastle United into a 2-0 lead on the road.
So Brian crossed it.
Malanga, he's done well to keep that, and he's found Woltemade! Sumptuous finish! And in the seconds up to half-time, the Magpies on the murder.
Hall.
It's Chow again! And Newcastle are rampant!
Comes on for Gordon with a burst of pace. Woltemade. Guimaraes! That's a fantastic goal for Newcastle. And Gordon scores for Newcastle.
Guimaraes to deliver, and that is right on top of Dubravka. In fact, it's better than that. It is Anthony Gordon, makes no mistake. Newcastle well on their way to 3.
Put the goalkeeper the wrong way. 1-1. Gordon levels for Newcastle. Gordon around the outside and comes across. Miley! Lewis Miley. Newcastle through.
Raking ball by Cher. Could turn out to be an extremely good one. Oh, and Wissa! Right place, right time! They may need him again in a moment. In! Lewis Miley!
There's Guimaraes. Now Murphy's on the move. Woltemade waiting in the middle, sticks out a boot. Gordon waiting across the face of goal and smashed in by Nick Woltemade. Chaos at the back for Chelsea. Gordon. Gordon's cross. Woltemade sticks out a boot. There's another one. He is walking down the road to redemption.
Here trying to evade Kyle Walker. Gordon has managed to get it across. Oh, what a start! Joelinton! Back on the team sheet. Finds Barnes. Neatly worked. It does roll all the way through to Harvey Barnes. And Dubravka with a smart stop. Wissa trying to force it home, and eventually it's in. He has had to be patient for his first real... Turn this game around. Newcastle have had their chances to put it to bed, and they might have one here with Guimaraes, and he makes no mistake. How frustrating for Burnley.